Donald Trump took his annual physical this past Friday and didn't reveal any results to it, at least not on Friday. But he did tell reporters aboard Air Force One as he was immediately headed to Florida after taking the exam. He did say that he took another cognitive test and it went well. It was good. He got every question right, he said. And then he immediately admitted that he can't even remember the name of the test. Doesn't know any specifics, but trust him. Totally got everything right, and his brain is just better than ever. Now, this is the same guy who many years ago, while he was president of the United States, famously took that cognitive exam that he continued to boast about through this day. But now he's got a new one to boast about, right? Like maybe we're not going to have to hear him talk about person, woman, man, camera, TV anymore. Maybe he'll start bragging about the new one that, just like the last one, we're never going to see the real results of, right? Nobody else was in the room, so we have no way to verify anything that he says. We're just supposed to take his word for it. I guess that's the way it worked, but here is what Trump told reporters aboard Air Force One. It's a pretty well-known test, whatever it is. I got everyone right. I felt I was in very good shape. Good heart, a good soul, very good soul. Now, what's interesting to me about that is I didn't know that in your annual physical, they would also examine your soul. My doctor's never done that. I'm wondering, do I have a bad doctor, or is Donald Trump a crazy liar? I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up. I mean, I love my doctor. I think he's phenomenal. And Donald Trump does lie all the time, and it's very clear that he's got something wrong with him. So I'm going to go with they don't actually examine your soul during a physical. But let me read it again, because I love this. It's a pretty well-known test, whatever it is. Okay, so it's a well-known test. Everybody knows the test except me, but I got everyone right. Like, no, those statements are in fact contradictory. You can't be like, everybody knows the test. I don't know it, but everybody else does. Okay, well, that seems like a problem. It seems like you're already failing. Because if everybody knows it, but you don't, that's a bad sign. And it's a cognitive test, and then you're immediately talking about the fact that the doctor told you you had a very good soul. Seems to me like you're failing, okay? You might be able to memorize the answers to questions to a basic cognitive exam, sure. You took it earlier in the day. That's typically not the best time for people suffering from certain mental illnesses or neurological diseases to take a cognitive exam, right? Because you can be sharp as a tack in the morning, and then by the evening, it's called sunsetting. You can't remember where you are, or who the people around you are. And that is real, that is legitimate. So no, I don't think for a second that Donald Trump aced this cognitive exam. And if he did, they need to give it to him again, maybe around 6 or 7 p.m. in the evening and see how he does then. But we're going to hear about it forever. But the reason I will say that Donald Trump decided to single that part out and then immediately show his cognitive impairment by talking about the doctor examining his very good soul is the fact that the media is finally starting to once again talk about Donald Trump's cognitive problems. It took them long enough. I mean, they've been evident for a decade now, but at least they're finally starting to talk about it. So Trump knows they're talking about it. He knows he's got to try to blunt that attack. So he comes out and says this nonsensical garbage that he'll probably be saying until the next time he takes another cognitive exam. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.